All right, so I just ran electrical through actually every single electrical socket in the house, and started doing some of the lighting switches. So all of the electrical circuits in the living room are tied to one circuit breaker, and that's the living room AFCI 20 amp circuit. Now that one over there is fine because that is our air conditioning circuit, which is on a separate circuit breaker. So easiest way to explain this is to show you what happens when I try to use something here. And we are looking for our living room AFCI. So did you see that? It immediately tripped. So let me turn this light off. Living room AFCI, let's turn that back on. Okay, right, the line is clean right now. And as soon as I flip this on, the circuit will break. Okay, it's in that half off state. So what does that mean? That means that we have something touching a ground wire in this circuit that I have to go and look for. So what I need to do is take off every electrical socket in the living room and tape them off to make sure that the ground wire doesn't touch any other wire when the entire socket gets pushed back into the gang box. So let's go and do that. All right, I think I have gotten every socket out and made sure that they are electrical taped and that the ground is not poking into another section of the socket. So let's go and try this again. No, I am still getting a fault. That's awesome. So what's going to happen for the living room circuits is we're going to have to go one by one and remove a socket from the line. It could be that one of the sockets themselves is bad, or it could be there is some underlying wiring issue that we could not account for, or at least I can't account for right now. So we'll have to revisit that another time. For now, I'm going to go ahead and test all the rest of the electrical and make sure it works, and finish up the wiring or the electrical light switches that we need to wire in for the night. All right. All right, a quick update on our electrical issues we were having earlier in the week. I ended up replacing the entire, home run line that goes from our circuit breaker over to our first outlet in the living room, and that seems to have cleared up the issue. However, what I also realized is that I had two of my hot wires mixed up, two of my common wires mixed up. I had a common wire for the bedroom AC line going to the bedroom AFCI line and vice versa. I think that's what was causing this breaker to pop immediately, not actually a cut or an arc fault in the line itself. So that's a little bit unfortunate because I had to cut a hole here in the drywall to access the top of the fuse panel to run a new line, and I also had to cut a pretty long rectangular strip here to access the circuit that goes to this first outlet box down here. So I think all that could have been avoided had I double checked the connections here and reran them, or at least traced them, white going to which white, black going to which black. Well, ground doesn't matter, but I think that may have been a quicker troubleshooting method. I just didn't know. So anyway, the circuit works now, and so we'll do some drywall repair and we'll move on to the next thing.